Okay, we're in the workshop today. I just got this 60's Vox Super Lynx Deluxe, and it had a lot of problems. I'm almost done with everything. These surrounds around the pickups tend to shrink, so then the pickups get stuck. So what you do is you take those out, take the pickup out, push it out, and then use a Dremel tool to just make the hole a little larger so the pickup goes up and down. That was one of the problems. There's a whole bunch of little problems, but the main problem I noticed was the this is the tone control for the neck pickup, and this is the volume. It sounded like the tone was turned down all the time. I mean, if I turned this and turned it down, I could still hear the tone. I could still hear it getting bassier, but it just wasn't. It didn't have enough output. It wasn't trebly enough. Whatever. It just seemed muffled. And the bridge pickup on some Vox guitars just seems really thin. And what I did was I looked inside, and on the switch now. That's after I'm done. But anyway, this is the switch that was in the guitar. Okay, and you see there's a capacitor there. There's a resistor, and then there's a choke, I think that is. Now the choke's on the bridge pickup. And so that's what's cutting out a lot of the low end, making it real trebly sounding. That little resistor there, not the disc, the disc is a capacitor. The resistor there, that was connected to the neck pickup. And so was the disc capacitor. Well, I disconnected the disc capacitor, and immediately the tone was better. There was a lot more high end on the bridge, or on the neck pickup. So then I started looking at this choke and this resistor, and on some Vox guitars, what they do is, if you look at this, it looks like a normal switch, okay, but it works opposite of what a normal, like in the middle position on a normal switch, which is, I put a normal switch on the guitar now. What it does, if you're in the middle position, all of the little legs are touching so that signal goes through. Okay, and if you look at these, they're not touching. So what that tells me is that this, instead of the signal going through the switch, what they did was they were grounding out each pickup. So in the middle position, neither pickup's grounded out and turned off. And then either one, you push this one, and that pushes the leg against it on the left there. And that turns off that pickup. Anyway, well, that's why they needed the resistor and the choke and stuff. They needed that to do it that way, because I tried bypassing it and jumping it, and then everything's gone, because everything's gone to ground except when you're in the middle. It's a really odd, I don't know what, I guess the capacitor, they were trying to do what Rickenbacker used to put a 0.0047 or a 0.0047 cap on all their bridge pickups, which got some of the low end out of it, made it real trebly, so that when you combined it with other pickups, it sounded, there was a big difference in the pickups, in the tone. So I imagine they were trying to emulate that. But I've had people that called me and said, "Oh, my bridge pickup went out," or whatever, and a lot of times it's because maybe not that capacitor's on the neck, or on the bridge, or on the neck. it's that choke. If that choke goes open, then you lose your pickup. People think, oh, I need a new pickup. Well, no, it's that choke. But anyway, so rather than have all this, I looked, and well, here's a harness that I had just laying around. And I looked, and all the wires are there to do a normal switch. The each pickup wire is there, and then and then there's another wire that goes to the jack, the one with the green end there goes to the jack. So I'm like, well, and I don't know why they did it like that. It's it's the 60s, who knows. So what I did, I just got an old, regular old three-way switch, like a Rickenbacker style, or one of the right angle jobs. And all I did was just connect everything like you would normally for for every other guitar on the planet. And anyway, what that does now is the bridge pickup, it's still trebly because of where it is, but it has a lot more body, or whatever you want to call, because that choke's out of there. And then the neck pickup, there's some high end there which wasn't there before. So anyway, so in case you have problems with your guitar not sounding the way it should, this could be a thing. I have another guitar, a Bobcat, 60s Bobcat, has 3 pickups. I'm gonna look at that one too, because I like the way that one sounds, but I had to put the wiring harness in that one, and I think I remember all the cap and resistor and choke. I think I remember it in those, so I might go in there and take those out too. But it just makes the guitar, it gives a little higher output too. The bridge pickup is really lame with that choke in there. So anyway, as always, if you enjoy the videos, please subscribe to the channel, maybe like it, or whatever. And of course too, we here at Rhoads Music, we do repairs on Vox guitars. That's what we do. That's what we've been doing since the 80s. So, we know about all this stuff, even though, this switch thing, I knew about it, but I never really looked into it, and I never really, did something about it till today. So, 35 years later or whatever, here we are. But anyway, thanks again.